Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 48B and C Westminster Drive in the Wellington Village estate of Rowville. And what an amazing and extremely unique and rare opportunity presents itself for you buyers to park your money in a home, in a piece of real estate that is so rare. In fact, not one piece of real estate, but two. You've got the obviously subdivision potential, the separate title, the additional land size. I often hear downsizers say this to me, and especially when they're used to such opulence. Rene, only if you could find us a block where we can pick up our home and put it there. Well, guess what? If you are thinking down the track, when you're thinking into the future, and if that's something that you're worried about, not only will you not have to worry about it here, you also get to sell the land that you own next door to your existing property and stay. You won't have to pick up the house, and you won't have to worry about anything that's been said in the news about builders going bust, etc., because you won't have to rebuild, because the vendors have done that. The home's been built by Gully. It is one of the most solid built homes you will see on the market, and everything you can think of for that era that's been included. The fixtures and fittings list is almost endless. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here to bid and buy and capitalise on such a unique and rare gem and opportunity, I wish you all the very best of luck. And to the lucky buyer, what an astute purchase. I say congratulations to you and all the best. Now, today's auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules, and any additional conditions made available for inspection before the start of today's auction. The vendors have a reserve price, and I will be indicating bidders on request. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property once the property has been knocked down to the highest successful bidder. Make no mistake, I'll call it once, twice, third and final time. But once the contract hits my hand, unfortunately, under bidders, it's back to your motor vehicles, back to your property hunt, back to the online portals, and the next time a property that rivals this one comes to the market. In fact, let me just remind you of the last one that hit the market that compared to this one. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, that was sold in Fordham Court in 2021 in August for $1.88 million, and that was on a 1,000 square metre block. In fact, I know that because I sold it, and the owner himself is here, and that didn't have a pool and it didn't have a tennis court. So, the point I'm trying to make, if you want to spend the next 18 to 24 months on all the online portals, and if you wish to sit in your motor vehicles and continue to drive around, wasting precious petrol and spending time at the petrol bowser, waiting for a property like this to come to the market, all the best of luck to you. But if you don't want to do that, the advice is to dig deep. It's to bid with rapid fire and large increments, and I hope you take it on board. And if by any chance we don't reach the reserve price, make sure you are holding the highest bid. I emphasize it. Hold the highest bid, because there are bidders in the crowd who are hoping and praying that this property will get passed in. In the event where the property will pass in, we will open it to private offers. This is exactly the scenario where private offers, when it comes to offers coming in without any transparency, you won't know what your competitors are paying. That is by far the most stressful way of buying and selling real estate. But if that's what you wish to happen, don't bid. However, if you want to avoid that, like you want to avoid any plague, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to hold the highest bid, make sure the property's passed into you, and do yourself a favour and pay up to the reserve price. And many of you will say, well, that's easy for you to say. No, it's not. When it comes to a unique home, ladies and gentlemen, again, I will emphasise it. When every single thing is custom built and thought of to the absolute last detail, you cannot go wrong. So I wish you all the very best of luck, and I hope you take the advice on board. Now, the law prohibits false bids. It prohibits major disruptions by the bidders, and it prohibits bidders from disrupting others from bidding, and provide fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I use to indicate I am placing a bid on behalf of the vendors are simply vendor bid, and only I, as the auctioneer, may place a vendor bid. Tennis court, custom built pool, beautiful pavers all around, barbecue outdoor entertainment area, just in time to entertain any friends, family, anyone you like. A huge U-shaped driveway, plenty of off-street parking here for your guests and your family. The home itself, the rooms are very much humongous, so the kids will not be fighting over them. In fact, the kids will be too busy playing tennis, competing, and you'll be raising a future tennis star if you are the lucky buyer. You'll get to enjoy the home. You'll get to work from home. A very large study out the front, the double car accommodation, the high ceilings, the refrigerated cooling and reverse cycle heating. Ladies and gentlemen, just check out the fencing. And if you wanted to do the numbers and replace this property, well, it's easy to just remind you, the property just one door up on 700 odd square meters, recently sold for just shy of 1.3. You've got the block, you've got the home, which will remain with 1,000, and it backs onto the oval. One of the best ovals in the area, Rowville, one of the suburbs that has seen in excess of $250,000 in growth to its capital improvement just over the last 24 months. And that's despite 10 interest rates in a row of increases and lockdowns and restrictions and what have you. Ladies and gentlemen, which leaves me to remind you that despite all the odds, real estate seems to remain the safest investment on the planet to park your money into. So on that note, the ball's in your court. Let me hand it over to you. Now we've had a range of 2-2 to 2-4. Start me off anywhere you like. Now's your chance to show the other bidders this isn't your first rodeo, and I doubt that it has been. So step in, buyers, and start it. Lead the way. Come with me. Let me tempt you in. Can I invite anyone at all in the price guide? 2-2 to 2-4. There's been plenty of sales in the area to support that the range is fair income. In fact, just the result last week exceeded 2.5, and personally I think this is the far more superior property. But buyers, without taking you there straight away, come with me anywhere you like. Even at the lower end at 2.2, I would love to welcome your interest. So come with me now, buyers. Now's your chance. Flex your auction muscles nice and early and don't procrastinate. Otherwise, you'll be wasting a lot of time out of your weekends. You don't want to do that. Buy real estate and buy back your weekends. And the best way to do that is to bid and start the competition and get us underway. Can I see any interest at all? Otherwise, I will start on a vendor bid in the absence of your bidding. I would much rather see someone in the crowd put their hand up and yell out their number. 1-8, and I welcome you and your family, sir, and all the very best of luck. A familiar face now in the race at 1.8, and let's take it up to 100 now. 100 to 1.9, we're at 1.8 to my right. I'll call it 3 times if I see no further bids. 1.9 is where you need to be, buyers, at $1,800,000. Going once at 1.8. Going twice, 1.9 is what I'm searching for now. Third and final time. Can I tempt anyone else in the crowd for a $100,000 rise? Let's go to 1.9. At 1.9, we're at 1.8. How about it, ma'am, sir? Can I tempt you in at 1.9? Just give me the nod.
185.
I'll take your 50 and I'll extend the same courtesy to any other bidders in the crowd. At 185 now, let's go to 1.9 at 185. At 1.85, second bidder in the race now, 1.9. Can I tempt anyone at all? At 1.85, 1.9, over to you, sir. Now, let's get it back on top. Yep, at 1.9, and welcome back and all the best at 1.9. 2 bidders fighting for it now. How about 195? Come back, sir. 195, thanks for the nod. All the very best. How about 2? At 195, how about 2? We're at $1,952 million to put you back on top. 2 faces fighting for it. Could there be a third? Once at $1,950,000. Twice, 2 millions to call. Third and final time, can I tempt you back with 100 on top of your last bid? At 195. At 195, have a think about it, and I'd love to tempt you back and welcome you with my colleague Luck. At 195. At 195, if I see no better bids, I'll call it 3 times. 2 millions to call buyers. Going once at $1,950,000. Twice at $1,950,000. Third and final time. Ladies and gentlemen, in the absence of, was that a bid, sir? Are you thinking about bidding? What can I do to help you? What information do you require for me to assist you to bid? Because if you want to buy and you want to be on top, and you want to show the other buyers that you are strong and that you're not running out of funds, you definitely don't want to be in a position of hesitation where you don't know. You want to be absolutely 110% certain. And the best way to show the competition that you are certain is to put your hand up and bid. Now show it to me at 2 million. Can I tempt you in? How about it? Would you prefer to go higher than 2 million? Thanks for your patience. At 2 million. At 2 million, can I tempt you in? At $2 million. At $2 million, I'm not going to leave you alone. At $2 million, come now. Let's go quickly. Can I introduce you as the third face in the race? A third bidder. On top, we're at 195. At 2 million, it's still $200,000 below the bottom end of the price guide. So can I tempt you back now? Come with me at 2 million. I'll call it 3 times. After that, I'll place a vendor bid, which means your bid will need to be higher than 2 million. No bid. Very well. At 195, I'll place a vendor bid at 2 million. Your next bid now needs to be 2 million and 50. At 2 million with me, unless you guys would like to swoop in and take it and come back straight on top at a 2 mil 50. At 2 mil 50, 2 million with me now. At 2 million once, twice, at $2 million. Third and final time, can I tempt you in? 25. I'll take your 25 at 2 million and 25. We're at 2 million and 25 buyers. I need you to come back now at 2 million and 50. At 2 million and 25. Standing with Trent and to the gentleman and ma'am that started the auction at 1.8. I still haven't forgotten about you. $250,000 later, we'll see you on top as well. We're at 2 million and 25. That's 2 mil 50 to see you on top. Leading bidder. Exclusive rights to negotiate with the owners if we see no better bids. Once at 2 million and 25. Twice at 2 million and 25. Third and final time, I need to know, are you guys in or out? If you're not bidding, I'll pass it in. 2 million and 50. Welcome back at 2 mil 50. Or welcome to you at 2 mil 50 and holding the highest bid. 2 mil 60. Pardon?
2 million 60.
Can we keep it in 25? 75. Don't shy away, sir. Show them you're not.
2 million 60.
60, taking 10s. I'll give the same courtesy at 60. How about 70? I don't suggest it, however. I would recommend you go straight to 2.1. We're at 2 mil 60. How about 2.1? 2 mil 60, 2.1 to put you on top.
70.
What? Pardon?
70.
70, 80, 90. 9. 90, we're at 2 mil 80. How about 90 at 2 mil 80? Once at 2 million and 80. Twice at 2 mil and 80. Third, 90, 2.1. 2.2.
What was that last bit?
2 mil 90. 2 mil 90. 10 on top is 2.1.
2-1.
2-1. And welcome back. And thank you for taking it on board at 2.1. Did you want to go to 2 and 11? 2.11, which is 2,110,000. Or would you like to take it to 2,150,000? Show the other bidders you mean business. Perception's everything at auction, sir. And the best way to bid is with large increments. Make a statement. And let's go to 1.5. 2.15, we're at 2.1. At 2.1, I'll call it 3 times. First call at 2,100,000 to my right. Second call, we've seen 3 bidders fighting for it so far. Third and final time with 10. Welcome back. Another 10 on top. That's 2.12. We're at 2.11, 2.12. 2.12 to tempt you back. It's 20 grand more than your last bid. How about it? 2.1. Another 5, so I'm not taking 5s at this point in time, and I apologise for saying no to you. I'd much rather have you in a stronger position. Let's go to 10. How about it? 2.2, 2.12. Okay. Thank you, I appreciate it, and thanks for taking the suggestion on board. At 2.12, let's go to 2.13. At 2,120,000. At 2,120,000 with the gentleman and his family. Once at 2,120,000. Twice at 2,120,000. Third and final time, if there are any other bidders in the crowd who wish to swoop in now with the element of surprise, now is your chance to do it. We are almost at swooping period with all the max buyers. Hey? 2,130. And welcome back at 2,130. How about 2,140? Or take us straight to 2,150. 2.15, that would be the better call. Show the other.
5.
1.5.
No. I'll go up 5.
Still going up in 10, sir, and I apologise to do it to you again. I'd much rather have you in a strong position. Perception's everything at auction. Believe me, I only do this every weekend. I wish I didn't have to, but you'd be doing it every weekend as well if you didn't buy real estate today. Because the next time a property like this will come back to the market will be a while. So let's go straight to 2.14. 1.4, please, sir. Let's go to 2.14. I'm urging you, and I'm asking you to come back at 2,140,000.
And my bid is 3.5 if you want to take it.
I appreciate it, but I'll get you to hang on to it for now. At 2,130,000, you're still in the strongest position now. I may come back to the gentleman and his family. We're at 2,130,000 with you. If I see no better bids, I'll call it 3 times. Pass it in to you before or after seeking the vendor's instructions and updating everyone on their decision. So, for the first call now at 2,130,000. Second call at 2.13. Third and final time at 2.13. Can I tempt you back at 2.14?
I'll give you another 5.
I appreciate it, but before I do that, I'll pause, consult with the owners. Thank you for being so good about it, and I'll come back and update you, ladies and gentlemen, shortly.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
No worries. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be acting on my vendor's instructions and placing a one final vendor bid at 2,200,000. If we see any bids above that level, the vendor's instructions are very clear and precise. It's to call it 3 times and to pass it in, whether to a highest bidder or back to the market as a private treaty receiving offers behind closed doors, sealed with no transparency. On that note, with me now at $2,200,000, can I see any advances above 2.2? The lowest offer I will take is 10,000 increments. $10,000 above 2.2 is what I'll be looking for, ladies and gentlemen. So on that note, I'll call it 3 times at $2,200,000 now, going once, going twice at 2.2. Third and final time. 2,220, and welcome to you and all the best of luck. I really appreciate that bid and offer. That's at 222 now, at 2.220, at 2,220,000. You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. I will call it 3 times, and I would love to get you back on top and tempt you. We are at 2,220,000, and thank you for that regardless. To the bidder that started the race, I'm happy to welcome you back as well. We're at 2,220,000, at 2.20, going once at 2.20. Second time at $2,220,000. Third and final time at 2,220,000. All finished, done, silent, Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, on behalf of the team at Ray White, Ferntree Gully, we will be passing the property in formally to the highest bidders, who will reserve exclusive rights to negotiate with the vendors. To the underbidders, all the best of luck. If we do not reach an agreement, we will come back to you for your private offers post-auction. To any of the bidders who did not bid here today, you will be welcome to place your offers post-auction if we don't sell as well. I wish you all the very